Hi, my name is Nadia, and this is my final project for the English class. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, my plans, my regrets, and finally, I'm gonna give a critique about the book Spotlight in the USA, the things I like and the things I didn't like so much. So, I'm 19 years old and I enjoy activities like reading, traveling to get to know better my country and outside of it. I'm a very curious person about everything that surrounds me, which allows me to generate interest very quickly about the things I can understand or don't have such a obvious explanation. So I really like to learn more about that type of topics. I'm currently cursing the fourth trimester of my major in biomedical engineering here at WAMI. And I really love and enjoy what I am studying. But the funny thing is, when people know the name of my major, the first thing they ask is, what do we do as a biomedical engineer? And I'm going to explain that. Biomedical engineering is the application of engineering principles to solve medical problems to improve healthcare. But what does that mean? Basically, the work focuses on the intersection between engineering and medicine, contributing to improve of hospital care. Some branches, for example, are hospital maintenance, research for new techniques, and even hospital architecture. I decided to apply for this career because of my love for helping others, and the first option I had in mind obviously were medicine, but one day I heard a phrase that made me realize that engineering was what I wanted, and it went like, a doctor saved thousands of lives one by one, but a biomedical engineer with a good invention can save thousands of lives at the same time. And I don't know, that phrase really hit me, and I start looking for good universities which will inspire me even more to study the degree. Now, at the beginning, I said that I will talk about my regrets, and yes, university is one of them, but let me explain me better. 3 years before taking my admission exams, I met this person with whom I had a relationship, and one thing led to another, and I ended up applying to the university this person had chosen for me, WAMI, obviously. And 2 months after we broke up, I had my first days of university, and I really hate studying here. At that time, I wish I had tried to get into IPN, and I thought if I had applied, I will be studying somewhere else with different people and with a different life, probably better. Fortunately, I went to therapy and I work a lot on myself until I realized I really, really love being where I am, and the people I've met and the subjects I'm currently studying helped me to improve my happiness. And now I can only say that I am really grateful for the decisions I've made and the places I have reached thanks to them. My goals, I don't know. My goals at the moment are, first, to finish my degree. Second, to look for exchanges to learn from other cultures. And obviously, to study at different places with different people to expand my knowledge about my career. I would like to improve my English and maybe go back to my Japanese classes and to be able to have a better understanding of the languages. And I'd like to expand my social circle, like being more social, and I don't know, getting along better with the people around me. About the book, I made some notes with important dates and an important paragraph of the book. So I'm gonna talk about this part specifically because I think we all grow with this myth and I believe it's important to clarify it. And so for this part, I'm going to quote the exact paragraph for the book where the author decided to talk about this myth as a historic event. Page 57, paragraph 3. During the War of 1812, the British burned parts of Washington. This episode did, however, give the White House its name. The President's house was one of the buildings burned, and after the war, it was painted white to cover up the marks. For sure, this is not completely true. It's a mix between truth and lies, but which one is more important? Historically, the war and the burning of the building by the British are true. However, the fact that the White House acquired its name because of this event, it's false. And it's a myth believed by most people, and most of them don't know the real reason why the building has this name. So, due to the effects of the fire, the building suffered numerous damages and had to be rehabilitated and repainted white. But the white color was already what the construction had when it was built in 1800. So in fact, it began to be called that way from the beginning. And as evidence, there is a document where a congressman tells a co-worker the news of his stay in Washington, and he mentioned this building, calling it the White House. And this is important because the letter was sent in March 1812. And the Anglo-American War starts in June 1812. And 3 months later, in August 1812, the fire was caused. So as you can see, the dates don't make really sense. And I think the book should pay attention in this kind of things. But in addition to that, in my opinion, the book has a really nice format, the images are colorful, and it's too short enough to learn about the history of United States without so much detail.